Alrighty, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hairymuppet, and it's just come to my attention. This is actually the fourth video I've done today, so I feel like I'm playing this game too much. But anyway, I've actually been working for like a good half an hour in between videos doing some stuff. First things first, I moved this entire starting area a lot closer. It was over here, I moved it over here because I did the maths, and at the absolute most, we're going to need 70 steel furnaces, and that's for things like steel. No, actually, that's not for steel. That's for iron on a blue belt. For steel, we need stupid amounts, so we're not even going to worry about that. But if we upgrade these to blues, then we are going to need 70. And if we upgrade them to belts past blues, the special Bob's mods belts that go stupidly fast, at that point we are going to have stupidly fast smelters. We may not even need to go up to 70, to be honest. I mean, if we have a look at this, we've got a steel furnace, then we go up to electric furnace, which has 2 as well, which is the same as steel furnace. And then we start to go up to here, which has a crafting speed of 3, and which is here, which has a crafting speed of 4. So as soon as we get a faster belt, which can process more things, we get better furnaces, which can do things faster. So the furnaces are bigger, but I think this is going to be enough space. I really, really do. So anyway, that's that. The other big things are tin and lead are both on the belt or on the bus. So we got a bit of tin here, a bit of lead here. Basically what I've done is I've just stretched these out, put tin here, put lead there, and I've moved these guys all the way over from here. So we got a little tin outpost here, which I don't have a radar for, but same old, same old. And lead, I cracked this little bit of lead on the side of the iron. We've only got 5 mines going for that, and we really need a better long-term solution for that, but that's going to be in the future when we, was there a bit of, there's actually lead down here. How is that for crazy? There's lead ore underneath the lead plate line. Totally didn't notice that before, but we can scoop that up at some future time. So what we really need now is to get circuits, and this is where things start getting annoying, because circuits come from, we're just going to focus on automating the basic circuit boards at the moment. These guys, whole other pain, and I'm rushing forward quite quickly now, so we'll probably scale back, and getting these will probably take like 2 or 3 episodes. Easy, really easy, but if we stretch it out, it's all good. We're just going to focus on not even making these, just making the components we need for these. So copper cable is dead easy. Copper cable is copper. We got smidgens of those, or a lot of those. We got tons of them. I haven't even researched steel yet. I don't know why that's going on. What are we researching anyway? Maybe I did research steel. Let's get warehouses. I love warehouses. Absolutely beautiful. I did do some research while you guys were away. We have we've gotten up to crafting speed level 3 researched. So it's 160% crafting speed. So when I'm crafting stuff, it's a lot better, which is awesome. Let's actually get some boxes here. No, we'll get boxes on the other side, on the actual factory. But for now, we keep getting distracted. We need circuit boards. So copper cable is good. Wooden boards needs wood. Wood needs raw wood. Kind of makes sense. And raw wood you get from cutting down trees, but that's not anywhere automated. We're going to need to automate that. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our good friend, the greenhouse. And there should be a recipe in here somewhere for the greenhouse. I believe we've unlocked it. There we go. So this is the way you get raw wood. So you generate raw wood by consuming 10 seedlings and 20 water. And water is easy. We can pump that out of a lake all day. Seedlings, a little bit more difficult. You build 5 seedlings from raw wood. And as you can see, there's a freaky kind of infinite recursive loop going on here. You use the wood to build the seedlings, and you use the seedlings to build the wood, and there's ratios, and there's all sorts of crazy stuff. This is actually the first really, really tough thing we have to do in Factorio is getting the ratio for this correct. And to do that, we are going to need filters, to be honest. We're going to need filters and we're going to need loaders. Actually, loaders need green science. And so this is where things start getting a little bit hairy. So we're going to do the easy thing right now. We're going to get, where is it? We're going to first of all concentrate on the simplest, most easy thing we can do, which is building the greenhouse. As you can see, greenhouse takes glass. Glass is over here. Glass takes quartz. And of the entire map, which I've been covered so far, this is the only quartz. Right here. So that is basically it. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop this guy there. I'm going to put a whole bunch of coal in there. And we are going to put down a smelteroonie here. And we're going to put half of the coal, or a quarter of the coal. I think these guys use less coal than the actual mining drill, so we're going to put half back in there. 71. All approximately the same. And what? Let's put a chest here, and let's get a burner inserter. And the burner inserter will take coal out of this guy to fuel itself. This guy's got 41 coal, so that's fine. We'll take, maybe that's a mod. Maybe that's a mod that the burner inserter actually takes coal out of the stone furnace to actually fuel itself. I think that might be a mod. You know what? We're going to go look for that mod right now because, yeah. Because I really want to go find that mod. So, install mods. Who would have thought we'd be looking at bloody burners and inserters and all that sort of crap early on in the game? Such a massive pain in the ass, but I'm uploading a video in the background. So this might be a little bit wonky. If it starts really crapping itself, then we might just go away and leave it alone. There we go. Burner. Where is it? Burner leech. Burners can take fuel from any entity, including furnaces. No release version. Okay, we got a 0.15 fix from a different person. Get that. And, oh, that's one of the things I love about this game. You just get whatever mod you want, you install them whenever you want, and it just starts working whenever you want. It's beautiful. All right, everybody. Sorry about that. Had a bit of technical difficulties with the with my XSplit recording software. It decided that, it decided that I did something. I don't know what I did, but there's a break screen. So when you Alt Tab out of the software, it shows this special screen and not the game anymore. And I had that set, and for some reason, it decided that even while I was playing the game, I was still Alt-tabbed out of the software, so I turned that off, and unfortunately there was about 5 minutes of video that was a little bit lost. You can hear the audio, but I'm not going to use the audio, so there wasn't much that happened. I basically talked about these greenhouses. I made 10 of them, and I knocked some wires up to go north towards the water, where we will be producing the greenhouses. And I decided that since there's a beautiful ratio for these guys, well, not beautiful, but it's direct. So basically you use wood to build the seedlings, and then you use the seedlings to build the wood. The thing is, with the old bobs that I used to play with, when you built raw wood with this recipe, you would actually throw some seedlings back. You'd produce some seedlings as well, which was kind of complicated. But for now, it's a lot simpler because wood to seedlings, seedlings to wood, and that makes it very, very easy to deal with. So what we're going to do here is we are going to pop down a bunch of greenhouses, and we are going to pop down a bunch of pipes as well to knock these guys over. Don't know if I need that one. Let's get a water pump straight away. Oh, bloody going to have to install Adobe Premiere as well to edit that, because now I've got to chop out half of the old video and put this video. I was going to install it eventually, obviously, to get all this working, but it's just a little bit sooner than I would have thought, and a little bit more of a pain in the ass. But that is all fine. So let's get these power poles going, and get some power poles going like that on the other side as well. So we can basically have seedlings on one side and straight up wood on the other side, and we'll do something funky in the middle to replenish the seedling supply. So I think we worked out we only need one assembler, because for 10 greenhouses, I think we did the maths before, but it got chopped out. 10 greenhouses, we need 10 seedlings every 60 seconds per greenhouse. So that's 10 seedlings every 6 seconds for 10 greenhouses. So that means about 2 seedlings a second. Over here, we produce 5 seedlings every half a second with raw wood. So that's going to be fine. Over here, what we're going to do is we're going to have a little setup. You can actually move over a little bit, just to make sure that this guy always has wood available to him. So we're going to put that there. Yeah. And that is going to continuously put wood in there. And because we've got a splitter, half of the wood that we produce is always going to go into this box until the box is full. And we're going to constrain it so that it only fills up a little bit. And then we're going to put it in here. This guy will make the seeds. We're going to have the seeds coming back out there. It actually has to go over one more, because we're going to use the long-handed inserters to chuck these things in, like so. And yes, since this guy produces so many damn seeds, we're actually going to do something a little bit funky here. So let's drop a bit of wood in there, so you can see it's going to pop out in both directions, and this one puts it out onto the right side of the belt. So we're automatically balancing the belt, and we're spitting these guys out really fast at the same time. So that is beautiful. All the seeds coming out of these guys. I haven't given them a recipe yet. Apparently there's more recipes you can do in the future, but let's get all of those guys ready, and let's send the seeds all the way up here. That should be enough. And boom, 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 boom. And these are just all over the place, because these little electricity poles are all over the place. They do need a decent amount of seeds to start. They need 10 seeds, but since it takes 60 seconds to run, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Now, because these guys drop 15 wood out, it might kind of make sense to use multiple inserters, but you got to remember it takes 60 seconds for them to produce that 15 wood. So that means it's 1 wood every 4 seconds, which these inserters, these single inserters, can easily handle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What I am going to do though is I am going to do a little thing here. So normally these guys will push out to the outside of the belt. What we're going to do here is, can we do this a bit better? We can do this a bit better, a little bit more streamlined. So what we do is we do like that. And so now all of the wood on the right-hand side of this belt will get moved over and put on the left-hand side of this belt, which means that this belt is going to be balanced a little bit better. But we'll balance it anyway because it's Factorio, and you can never overdo things. You just can't. So anyway, let's go down so you can see. Yes, we're producing tons of seeds. The seeds are all going up. What's this guy waiting on? More seeds. All of the seeds are getting taken up here. I think I did my math right. Oh, you know what the problem is? These guys aren't in pushing them out fast enough. So let's do that. And let's just go full hog and do all of those inserters. So we are guaranteed that all of these seedlings are going to go out there. So that'll increase the seedling population a little bit. And if my math is correct, all of these guys should eventually be running full speed non-stop. And in fact, because we're producing 5 every half a second or 10 per second, and we only need about 2 per second, there is no way these guys are going to be backed up incredibly badly. Well, I should say. They're going to have tons of seeds. So now all we need to do is pop the wood down. Well, actually, what we're going to do is we don't need to take this guy over to the right-hand side because that's the smelting area, and we do not need to smelt wood as far as I'm aware. So we're just going to take it this direction, and we're going to skirt around. Go away, you stupid logs. We're going to skirt around this tin right here, and we are going to go straight down and put this. Actually skirted a little bit too far, but that's fine. And we're going to skirt around this tin and go straight down to the main bus and drop it on. Oh, need to do a bit of a detour. That's fine. We might have to move this line a little bit later if we want to extend those labs, but oh, let's go in. Control click. We just picked up 3,200 belt out of that little chest. So my inventory is completely stuffed at the moment. Maybe we should put some of that back. We don't need all of that. We got so much copper at the moment as well. So here's where things get interesting because I like to keep a specific order, and so what we're going to do is we're going to move these over here. I could keep the wood up the top, but I'm not going to. What I'm going to do is going to thread this down here, and we're doing our best to not have this look like a huge amount of spaghetti, but yeah, eventually everything just looks like spaghetti. You just have to get used to it. So anyway, there we go. The wood will come out. We've left a nice 2 gap here, and the reason we leave the 2 gap is so that we can do stuff like this. You split it off, you drive it up underground, and you can do that from anywhere, but you can't do that if you don't have gaps. So that's basically what we want to be doing. So in about 1 million years, the wood should finally start coming down here, but we're going to put some things here. You might be able to tell, you might not, that these guys are a little bit faster. They definitely are, because I've got the research that makes them faster. Speaking of research, I don't know what we want. Mining jewels, this makes mining jewels too, but we need the better things. Automation too, this makes the better automators. They got a speed of 0.75 instead of 0.5, which is good. We got so many things we need. I really want this, to be honest. I really, really do want that. And even more than that, I want the loaders. But we need green science, and green science is going to be an absolute priority because we need those things, and basic electronic circuits. So for now though, we're just going to go ahead and make sure that this wood is coming along. There it is, finally coming along. And because I like to see everything, we are going to build a bunch of radars, and we're going to put one up there just so we can check on the wood. And if the wood stops being processed for whatever reason, we can go back up to the wood and check it out. That reminds me, we have a smart display thing. Here it is. Okay, basic electronic boards and science pack 2s. So that is not as helpful as I would have liked. So let's put the radar up there. And beautiful, that covers that. And let's get a free ride back on the belt. If this was a fast belt, that would actually be beautiful, but oh man, you can see here the seeds are already completely full, and this box is going to get very, very full in a second. That's actually, yeah, 2 slots is fine. I was going to constrain it down to 1, but let's constrain it down to 2. Once that box fills up, all the wood is going to back up on this splitter, and then all of the wood is going to come down this side. So the amount of wood we get out of these greenhouses will be even higher. And right now, how much wood are we actually producing? If we go to production tab, we are producing a decent amount. So every minute we are producing about 100. But that's going up and down. That'll even out over a longer period. And yeah, we can always expand this greenhouse area in the future to sort of make that a little bit better. And you know what? I think this is going to be the episode for me. Overall, total time, I've probably only spent about 20 minutes on this episode that you will actually see. But with all the pre-work I did and with the actually working on the bus and making these damn wooden boards and wood and all that sort of crap, I feel like I've done enough for today anyway. So we're going to go back and finish this video off and say well done to us. And next episode, it's all going to be about the basic circuit boards. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.